And the topic we chose for this particular Zoom is using your difference. Let me just see that I get it right. But yeah, who cares about getting it right? Let's call it. Let's call it using your difference to create your life. So yes, we just had this class, and we had the topic about how to use your voice out in the world. Like what is fun for you to create, get out there in the world, and to whatever it is you would like to create in your life for the future and the world. It is a big requirement to allow yourself to be the difference you are. And that is something that's very foreign for most people, because in our world it's normal to be like everybody else. It's normal to try to function like other people, and or function like you're supposed to according to where you are or grow up with. And then allowing yourself to have the freedom to be you and to use your unique difference to create your life, that's such a different choice and energy that is a boost to your future and your life. It's like, how many times have you tried to be normal and like everybody else, rather than, okay, so how am I functioning different in those different areas that I could acknowledge and allow more of, So in whatever area that is, whether it's with business or creation or relationship, how much do you compare yourself with the standard, with how other people do it? And if you look at businesses around the world, what businesses are thriving? Those who function like everybody else and compare themselves with other businesses, or those who are innovative and who are willing to be different. And those stick out. They are attractive to the client, because the people there are going, okay, so how would we like to create this product? How would we like to create this business? Not how has it to be done, what's the right business way. So and that approach helped me so much with creation and creation of business especially, and all other parts of my life as well, because I, thank God, don't have a background in business education, and I'm so grateful for this. So my background is a psychologist, so I've been working as a psychologist and psychotherapist in in different hospitals, in psych ward and in oncology. And so when I started my own business, didn't have anything to compare with. So people would go, oh, you're crazy for starting your business and you're doing it internationally. And I, for a while I thought, okay, not having the right way or having been taught the right way of doing it, that might be a disadvantage. But then very soon I realized, no, it's actually an advantage, because I have nothing to compare with. I have no idea what it means to create a business. I'm like, I started with no web page and no business cards. Like, I did it totally wrong. And I still hear business gurus telling me, you shouldn't be successful. You don't do it the way it's supposed to be done. Yet you are highly successful. So that's so weird. So why is that? Well, because I learned to do it my way. And I learned to see, okay, how, if I don't compare myself with other people, how would I like to create, every part of your life? And for example, business now, what's your way of doing it? How would you like to interact and engage with your business? And what ideas do you have? And what if you don't worry about them being right or wrong or good or bad? But if you ask, what do I know about business and creation? What's my way of doing it? What awareness do you get? What ideas do you have? Hey, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free
Cool.
to ask them. Mhm. Okay, cool. Just like interrupt me at any time if there's anything coming up. Okay,
Okay.
cool. So like, but that is like that's one element of creation. Like, how would I like to do it, not how should it be done. So for example, in the beginning I didn't have a web page and it worked beautifully. Why? Because if you do a great job, people talk about you and then they say, hey, you should go to her. And that was like the greatest way of promoting your creations, is people talking about it and having the connection with people. That's way more potent than emailing or Instagram or all this stuff. I mean, that's a great contribution, but that shouldn't be the basis of creation, because that's promoting separation rather than people coming together to create. So you can use these channels. And what else beyond that is possible? If you wouldn't use Instagram or Facebook or whatever they're all called as the source of creation, how could you create way more dynamic and greater beyond those channels? um, and that's where your difference comes in. And I've seen in my work as a therapist and psychologist how difference is being labeled extremely. I've been working with people with all kinds of diagnoses, depression, anxiety, ADHD, autism, um, personality disorders, la 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 la, whatever. And all of them were having like a difference that they were presenting to the world, a different way of functioning that has been boxed into, oh, this person is crazy, they're insane, when they're actually not crazy and insane, they're just different. And that is a gift. It's like, I have worked with people with ADHD who were great business entrepreneurs. They had so many ideas and so many capacities to do many things at the same time that they like moved their businesses. They actually had more than one business. They moved their businesses forward. They just needed some people to do the structured linear work that they couldn't do because they were all over the place. But the moving the business forward, they were the best person for. So it's like, that is that's an example of using your difference to create. It's like, where are you trying to be the same, and where could you allow to access your difference? It's like, um if you are a very active person, a very you know loving to have many things going on at the same time, well, that's different. And many people think that's wrong. Well, what if it's not? What if wanting to have many things going on is actually a gift that you can use to create your life, and to add more things to your life and add more things to your business, and to have your life grow. So what are you making wrong that's actually a strong that you haven't acknowledged? Like, really look at the aspects of you and your personality that you have decided, okay, that's wrong, I should be more quiet, I should be more whatever, something. And and then you think that's wrong, but it's actually your strength, your superpower, that you can use to enhance and nurture your business and every creation. It's like, people who are your clients, they probably don't come to you because they find you perfect. Perfect is very boring. I mean, perfection, holy moly, gosh, that's boring. So what if you allow yourself to be imperfect, and that is what makes you attractive, that is what makes you seductive to the world, and they want to know more about you. And like, if you look at all the Insta photos, the perfect photos, how boring is that? It's like, it doesn't interest, it doesn't interest people. So what more of you can you show to the world with how you do things? Because that's what's making you interesting. So That's a choice you could make. And like, don't hide behind perfection. Let your imperfections show. And people want to know who you are as a person. They don't want to have your perfect picture that everybody else has, because then you're not different. You're like everybody else. You know, everybody wants to be perfect, especially on Instagram. It's so boring. So what if you're different, you know, have your stuff going on and people go, okay, so you're a person too. I can relate to you. So tell me more about you. What tools are you using? How are you coming along with your life? And you make people ask questions. You put people in question with the difference you are. And I see there's some comments or maybe even questions in the chat that I have no idea what it means.
Someone was just asking where's the translation, so we just
Okay.
texted her to go to the other Zoom. Now,
I have a question over here. May
Mm-hmm.
I?
Go for it.
Okay, yes, Ga. Her name is Ga. She says, "Is there any exercise or any way to ask questions that might contribute to us in this?"
Did you say in which part? Like contribute to which part?
I guess she's asking about how to just be ourselves and not be maybe exactly how to be and do whatever you're saying. I guess it's just a general question. Can you give us something like more pragmatic? Woo!
Definitely. I love that. Yes, stop judging you. And there's a great tool you can use to get over the judgments of you. And I'm going to give that tool to you. And most of you probably know it already. But the question is, are you using it? You know, many times we get all these amazing tools, but we're not using it. We're like, oh, yeah, you know, I heard that one time. I don't need it again. But, you know, like using the tool actually helps you to have more ease being the difference you are. Because number one thing that people do to not access their difference and access who they truly are is judging themselves and judging their difference out of existence. Okay, so that's not the future. If you tap into, okay, what does our future, what does the future of our planet require? It's actually our planet, you know. It's like something we get to take care of, or we have the luxury to create our planet. So what does our planet require? And you tap into this. Is it you being like everybody else, or does our planet and our future actually thrive by you being you and you being the difference you are? You know, like what opens up your world more? What makes you feel lighter? You know, the same as everybody else or the different? You know, so and that way, so how can you do this? Well, you can number one, stop judging you. How do you do that? With the tool. It's called, and I'm sure you all know that one, or most of you, it's called Interesting Point of View. I have this point of view. And how does this work? Well, every time you have a judgment coming up of you, just say, okay, interesting point of view. I have this point of view about me right now. Okay, then you see how the judgments feels in that moment. You know what, let's do it together. So get one thing that you judge about yourself, and just think about it or have it in your world. Just get the energy of it, and you can say this out loud or you can say it in your head. It doesn't matter, it works both ways. So now say, okay, interesting point of view. I have this point of view about me. Okay, so now again, okay, interesting point of view. I have this point of view about me. Wow, a pretty interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Wow, interesting point of view. I have this point of view. And again, interesting point of view. I have this point of view. And maybe it already changed something for you, maybe not, doesn't matter. Because sometimes we have so many fixed points of view about us that we need a couple of more times to run this until we get, wait a second, it's just a point of view, it's not a reality, you know. Or someone writes, I don't know how to pronounce your name, Wafa.
Yeah, she's saying, yeah, if she runs a business, how could she not be perfect if she wants more clients?
Good question. Love it. Yeah, that's weird, huh? That's exactly the opposite of what many people think is true. It's like, oh, people want me because I'm perfect. Well, do they? That's the question. So, who are you? Who are you most interested by? Like, who is interesting for you? Who inspires you truly? Like, who inspires you with, like, inspires you to be more of you? So which person inspires you to be more of you? Someone who is perfect, or someone who's just like, hi, let's play, what's possible? Like, who inspires you to be more of you? The perfect person, or the, what's up, being themselves person? Real people, of course, yes. And that's exactly the same for your clients. So if you are in a business of, creating change or selling products, it's also, if you look at different companies who sell products, the businesses who are copying others or functioning like it's normal, they're like, okay, another one of those. All right. It's like, it's easy to ignore them. But if you are innovative and you go, okay, how can we sell this product? What's fun for us? What goes, what's exciting for us? That's probably something that sticks out. It's like hard to ignore you when you're different. And people go, what is that? This is so different. I want to know more. You bring people to ask questions, and that's how you become exciting. And Wafa writes, real people, of course. I don't believe in perfectionists. Yes, good. That's perfectionists are like, perfection is based on judgment, and judgment is based on the past. Question, and you being you, is creating the future. So do you want to be stuck in the past, or do you want to create the future? So, and you being you definitely creates the future.
Yeah. So, Susanna, can you talk a bit about the difference between a star and someone who's famous? Because that's really something that touched me.
Oh, thank you for that question. Okay, so the difference between being a star and being famous. Okay, so a star is someone who needs to be admired. They have this inherent need in their world. See me, I'm amazing, I'm wonderful, I'm perfect, follow me, and they're like, they need to have a gazillion followers on Instagram to know that they're really valuable. They build their self-worth on other people. Like, they need other people to see them as perfect, to feel good about themselves. That's a star. A star has often a very short future in public. Like, they have to work a lot to make sure, what else can I do to be seen as amazing? What else do I have to do? What else do I have to do? And it's very stressful. It involves a lot of doing and doing and doing and doing. And as I said, it has a very short future, as a short-term future. It's investing in a short-term future. And so famous is where you allow yourself to be you, and create something that's fun for you, and being a leader, and being a true leader. A true leader is someone who doesn't need followers. A true leader is someone who just moves forward whether anybody follows them or not. They just go, okay, I know this. I don't know why, but I have to do this. This is what the future requires. It might not make sense, but I have to go there. They trust what they know. And famous people are often like they're very attractive to, I mean, not necessarily physically attractive, but they're very attractive energetically because they are something. They have this energy of, wow, you're different. So famous, if you look at different examples from public life, and uh, who's trying to be a star and who is going for fame, and fame has a long-term future. Like, for example, I don't know if you know the writer Shakespeare, because we have different cultures, but so Shakespeare was like, he's the writer of Romeo and Juliet. I don't know if you guys know that story. And he's a very famous writer, and yes, of course, cool, thank you, because sometimes, I don't know, we have different cultures and we know different things.
Yeah, Shakespeare is very famous here as well.
Okay, cool, awesome, because I don't know much about your guys' culture, so cool. So yeah, so Shakespeare, he's famous. He died a long time ago, and people still know him. And now we see, like, beyond culture, we see that people know him. That's famous. And he had a very exquisite way of using language and of writing and touching people and creating with his words. Like, he created change in the reader with the words he used. And that's a skill. And he used that skill to create. And he didn't worry about being famous or being people following him. It's like, I'm doing what I do because it's fun for me, because it invites me to being more of me, because it gives me, like, it makes me more alive. That's what he used his skill for. And then other people were inspired, and that's fame. So you can choose to worry about other people liking you, or you can choose to go for what you know. The one is a short-term future, the second one is a long-term future. And it's not wrong to want to be a star. Not at all. There's nothing that's wrong. If it's fun for you to want to be a star, go for it. It's not wrong. It's just like, which one would you like to create? What is it you would like to create in the world? And none of it is wrong. It's just really helpful to know the difference in the two.
Yeah. I have a question.
Mhm.
Sometimes the vision may not be very clear to the person, like with what to choose exactly that
Mhm.
would represent their uniqueness.
Yeah.
So in such a case, what do you advise?
That's a great question. So that's something each and every one gets to find out. Like, in this reality, people say, find your niche, and that's supposed to be one thing. That's not really how things work. It's like, you don't have one niche. You have many, like most creative people have many different interests. They have many things they want to do. And deciding for one thing and one thing only, it's like cutting off many different parts of you, rather than, what else can I add to my life? So the question you can ask is, what else can I add to my life to become more clear on how would I like to express my difference, and be willing to have that change every day. So how is it fun? Like, rather than making it I have to find my way to express myself, like Lord of the Rings, like my precious. So rather than doing my precious, which is like one tiny thing, you can ask, okay, so how is it fun to express my difference today and follow what's light? So maybe it's doing a video. Maybe it's writing a blog. Maybe it's talking to someone or calling someone on the phone. Like, expressing your difference does not have to have a big audience, but it can have a big audience. It can be talking to one person and planting the seeds for a greater future. We often underestimate how a conversation with someone not just typing, but like using your words, like talking on the phone or having someone in front of you, is very powerful in creation. And that is something we so often forget. And I highly recommend, talk to people, not just type and write. That's not real communication. It's kind of communication, but it's not a, substitution for what we can create when we get together and talk, and either in the same room or on the phone. So find your way and don't try to get the answer of it. Oh, what's my way? But each and every day ask, okay, how would I like to express what I know and my difference today? What's fun for me? And start with something that's light. Maybe today it's taking a walk, maybe it's praying, maybe it's, whatever it is, find your way. And that might be different every day. So don't try to find one way, have it be many different ways, and don't think about it too much. Just like, okay, what's light for me now? What's light for me now? What's light for me now?
Cool. So how would someone deal with expectations?
Expectations. So what?
Which is not fun.
No, expectations are often something that, leads to frustration or, judgment. So that's not a fun thing to have expectations. So expectations is something you can change by running, wow, interesting point of view that I expect this person to do whatever I expect them to do. Wow, interesting point of view that I expect this of this person. Wow, who am I being when I expect this from this person? And you can run that tool to get over your own expectations. So you can just go, okay, no expectations. I wonder what's possible with this person, or I wonder what's possible with this situation.
Cool.
Is there anything else in the other chat as questions?
So someone is asking.
Such a beautiful writing. It's so elegant, the Arabic writing and the letters. Holy moly, that's beautiful.
So someone is asking, is difference or uniqueness, is it something that we love or is it something that distinguishes us?
The difference, well, you get to choose, if you love it. And I hope you love your difference and embrace it. And it does distinguish you, but not from a separation. It's not like, oh, I am different. This is me and this is you. No, it's like you can be the difference you are and include the world. So you can have both. It's like the drop in the ocean. There's the drop, you're the drop, and at the same time, you're the ocean. So you can have both.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So someone is asking, how do I know that I'm judging?
Great question. How do I know that I'm judging? Well, probably when you judge, there will be a heaviness in your world, or some kind of contraction in your body. That's often a sign of, okay, there's some judgment and there's probably some lie you have bought about yourself. And then you can run interesting point of view again.
Cool.
Yay.
So I guess that's it. I'm gonna ask them if they have any questions. So إذا في أحد عنده أي سؤال. So someone is asking, what if someone starts something they like and then they start self-sabotage?
Oh, do we all know that one, huh?
Yeah.
That's a really cool question. It's like, yeah, how many times when you just have fun, you create, is going really good, and you're moving forward, you basically if you have been horseback riding, it's like galloping on a horse. You're like, yeah, woohoo, yeah. And then you look around and go, where are all my friends? oh, whoops, there's nobody here with me. I wonder what I did wrong. Maybe I was too fast. Maybe I was too good. Maybe I was too successful. Oh my God, maybe I made them feel bad. Okay, I have to go around, or I have to make myself slower. So many times when we have success and things are going easy, we allow it to go to a certain level, and then we compare ourselves with other people and try to adapt to other people rather than realizing the gift you are by moving along, allowing yourself to be fast and galloping, you know, and don't worry about if other people catch up or not. You're inspiring them, you know, and there will be people who come along as long as you don't slow yourself down.
So,
I have a question here, please,
yeah.
sweetie. Yes, Susanna. Here.
Yes, hi.
Hey, Fatma's asking, what about parents and their judgments? How can I like how what shall I do?
As a parent, as a parent judging
Yeah,
yourself.
her parents. Fatma is asking about her parents' judgments.
Oh, don't we all know that one?
Yeah, because you know our culture and how parents are really a sacred being in a
Oh,
family. You know
that's
that.
not only in your culture.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And then I knew that it's everywhere.
It is so everywhere. Holy moly. It is like really, oh, I know that one. So like I wrote a book about, you know, family. It's called Fairy Tale Family. So this whole book is about the subject of family, um, and the tools to create more ease with it. So, well, I would highly recommend not expecting your parents to ever stop judging you. It's like there are parents who even think it's their job um, to to judge you to make you a better person. And what if that is just an interesting point of view? You know, like learn to not expect your parents to ever change. Allow them to be who they are, and learn to receive their judgments. Judgments are not something that stops you. Judgments are something that is a gift. Everything is a gift. And you can lower your barriers and receive their judgments to have more ease with that. And that's like all the questions you guys ask are very big questions. So we might like this is something we would need more time for to go through. Like you know, this is something you can also learn in access classes in bars or foundation. There's a lot of tools that you can learn to have more ease with that, or in a pragmatic psychology class. So let me just see. I see some other. What questions can I ask to increase or acknowledge my self-worth? No judgment. Like, you know, like getting over judgments and using the interesting point of view tool. How do we deal with being judged, for example, in daily I just answered that one. Does compliments consider judgment? Can be, doesn't have to. Like if someone says to you, wow, you're so beautiful, from a space of acknowledgement, acknowledging who you are, that's not a judgment. But if someone says, oh my God, you're so beautiful, and they want something from you, like they try to, you know, whatever, have a, you know, get money from you or whatever, that's probably a judgment. But you can feel the difference, because the first will go, oh, wow, that's opening up my world. The second probably goes, there's something really weird about this. There's something sticky about it. So that might be a judgment.
Cool. So the last one is asking, I'm afraid of people not accepting me.
Cool. So fear is always a distractor. So fear is always something that distracts us from receiving what we could receive. So what if it could be a choice in your world to actually receive people and receive people contributing to you? And that's a choice you can make. Like lower your barriers and let the world in, and let people in, and let contribution in. and allow yourself to receive, and that's a very big subject.
I have a suggestion. A suggestion.
Mhm.
Maybe I would love to have a book club about this beautiful book, The Fairy Tale
Mhm.
Family. Was the title this?
Yeah.
Am I correct? Yeah, yeah. Because and I would love to maybe we can have it in Arabic as well. Because I feel that this subject is really essential for people here in Arabia who really kind of worship their families, pardon Park. But I would love to have this energy of the book's energy in Arabic for more contribution in this world, please.
You're very psychic, because it's available already also in Arabic. It's it's a book club plus facilitation, so it's not only the book, it's like with facilitation, and it starts sometime in June. I don't remember, I don't know my own schedule, but we have a 3-part online class in June. I'm just looking if there it is. It's called the Fairy Tale Family Book Club, and it's reading and facilitation starting June 24. So, and it's translated into Arabic as well. Yes.
Cool. So, someone is asking, how do we start our day without judgment?
How do we start our day without judgment? Well, it starts by the choice to, have ease when other people are not choosing ease. So let me just find the, and it's basically again that running interesting point of view. I have this point of view. I'm just gonna paste the link here in case you need the thingy, the book club. It's like running interesting point of view over and over again, and the more you will do it, the easier it will be on you, and you will realize that, oh my god, like all the judgments I've made are actually, they're not real, they're just like interesting points of view, and I've made them real my whole life. Wow, that's ending. And that choice of, okay, I'm making a different choice, I will not torture myself anymore, this has to change. So that's how you start it. Mhm.
Cool. People are asking about the book, so I'm just texting them the name of the book.
Yeah, it's right now, we only have it right now in 2 languages. It's in English and in German. So the book itself is only in these languages, but the book club itself will be translated. So yeah. And we are, let's see, it's translating books usually takes a longer time, so that'll be a while.
Yeah, there's someone who's repeating her question. She's saying, how can we use our difference to create vibes that can contribute to success and abundance?
Well, that is something I know, like it's like the how to, it's kind of like how to, but it's not so much a how to, because you can't look for the steps on, okay, I have to do this, this, and this, and this not this, like creation is never a recipe on what you should do. Creation always starts with a question on, okay, so where can I start? Like, what's the first step? And the how to in this case is follow what's light, do what's easy for you, not what's complicated for you. Like, start with the easiest thing for you. What's fun? What are you good at? Make a list of 3 things at least that you're good at, and start by doing that. Make a list of a couple of things that are fun for you. If you have no idea what that is, start finding out and do these things, because they will show you and guide you the way to finding a way of expressing what you can create and how you can use your difference. So creating with your difference is not complicated. The problem is that it's too easy.
Like Gary says, sometimes we underestimate that's easy, and we don't realize that it's a gift that it's not easy for everyone else.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
That. Mm.
So
Awesome. Cool. That was amazing.
yeah.
Thank you all for being so present for such a long time.
Thank you, Susanna, for making it. I know it's late there, probably. Is it?
Yeah, it's after 10, yeah, but you know.
Yeah, we usually wake up late, as you know.
Yes, I learned that.
I guess everyone was happy that it changed to 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m.
Oh, nice. Nice. So welcome. Thank you for inviting me and having me and being so amazing.
Thank you. And also thank you to Maha. She said that she wanted to translate this.
Thank you, Maha.
So
Thanks for
I'm very
translating.
happy and so much gratitude for her, although it's
Amazing.
a short notice, but so
Thank you.
much
I'm
gratitude.
so grateful to be part of this. Thank you, Ghali. I'm so grateful to you. I'm so grateful to you, Susanna. Looking forward to meet you one day.
Oh, yay. Yep, we're planning something in Jeddah whenever we can travel again.
Inshallah.
Yes, exactly, inshallah. So thank you, Khalia. Thank you, Maha. And thank you all. And let's rock the world with our difference.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ghalia. Thank you, Susanna.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
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 Bye.